of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Prime Time showdown between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Saints sideline, a look at their head coach. His side hoping that one blowout last week will lead to another one here. Across the field, head coach of the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. These guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker looks all set down there. And we're off on EA Sports. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Got the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They're going play action. Throw left side, complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That play good for 17 and a first down.
17 yards. First down, Saints.
Dropping back to throw. He's got a man left. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Chargers 45.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. This time he's looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New Orleans.
They go play action on first down. That's taken in by Bell. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the Chargers 30-yard line.
Here's a throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1-4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. In the air here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Grupe sends it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, I call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him the lead.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
Back to the air, Herbert. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Right here is the intended target there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here. On third down, Herbert. Into the hands of Harris on a slant. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
48-yard line.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Coughlin brings it in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second.
Throwing now, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Herbert now. Blitz coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Next snap coming inside the red zone. Brock picks up 9 on the play.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains to put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. Great try for first down.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Herbert from the gun. Caught out wide. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers finish up their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yeah, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. Second drive, we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back to throw now. Don't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Chargers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
A lot of throws coming his direction, and they come out quickly. Doesn't have a lot of time to step in front of him. It really takes great reactionary time, great intuition, spatial awareness to get a pick out of the slot, and he should be applauded for his efforts on that play.
Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That's complete right side. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
Backed up just a bit. Here's another 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Some good running there to get back what the penalty cost him. Picks up 8.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that...
And he gets in, touchdown! The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. If you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Saints and this running back headed back out for a new series. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crowd. Out of the gun, he'll give it to him inside. Get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
An 8-yard pick.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have an early lead. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to keep moving forward, Bob, down inside the opposing 30. 35 on the pickup. That's good for a Saints 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first down, they'll run. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain. So that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 1 yard. First down.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That one connects. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 1-score game in the first half. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints cut the lead down to 4.
14. Saints 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Jackson now to return it. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. 1st and 10, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Brings up
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed over the middle. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Chargers, first down.
New set of downs for him. Starts at the 38. Herbert on first down. Into the hands of Conklin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He finds Johnston. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. First down and goal to go.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Now run with Hampton. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Getting 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
2-yard line. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Hampton. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers now lead by 10. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11.
Chargers 21, Saints 10.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. First down, play action. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Throw here, third down. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They go play action on first down. Finds a man right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First down, Saints.
They'll run here from the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
So much to like about that run, particularly when he was able to get out. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Back to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down. Now apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. So the offense staying put to go for it. They're going to throw for it on 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Complete to number 85.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That's the line, he's going to run for it. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Working on first down. Pass it down close. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds him at the 2. Brock, he can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down, and more to come.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone.
Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints cut the lead down to 4.
Saints 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And all we can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. The Saints calling for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. That one's going to McConkey. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down from the 42. It's Herbert once more. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
2nd down and 10.
Herbert to throw once more. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And this one skips out of bounds. It will be marked inside the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He'll throw it. Lofts it deep right side. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Well, we checked in with Scott in Orlando. Our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our 3rd quarter. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the 3rd. they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And Elsa just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Finds his fullback. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hampton gets the handoff. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skips down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Time still to go here. This is 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 29.
Going from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On the pistol, it's Herbert. This is hauled in by Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. You should know this by now, Rob. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong in the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster doing that, brother. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the answer. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing from the gun.
33-yard line.
Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st down, Saints.
Working now from the gun. Complete out to the right. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
It's a gain.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st down, New Orleans.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Finds him on the slant. And that tackle came at the last moment to save the first, didn't it? That sets up 3rd and short from the 37. He keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. That's a short gain of 1. That's good for a Saints 1st down.
A gain of a yard. And the Saints 1st down.
Pass play coming here. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrapped around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. 2 points left on the table.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Jackson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Gain of 15 there. And that's gonna give the Chargers the first down.
And the Chargers first down.
39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Herbert on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And he puts him on with this one, right side. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
A gain of 43 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. And he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Hampton can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
They go to him again. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on third and goal. He's going to keep this one. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chargers hold an 11-point advantage. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. And a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers push the lead up to 12. Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away.
For the Chargers.
Returning it from the 4. And he dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25.
Saints take over.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season, no sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It's a gain of 11 there, that picks up the first.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37.
First down, Saints.
To throw here on first down. Has him on a quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
To throw.
44-yard line.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
A gain of 5. First down.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw.
44-yard line.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Derwin James
Looking to throw here. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
And the Saints first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They are throwing it again. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
All right, we reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Third and long for him here. Throw left side, complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
The Saints feel good. A 36-yard attempt.
Groupie sends it through. And the lead is back down to 9.
Makes the score.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On the counter, it's Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 20.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. He's got Hampton underneath. And he's tackled for a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw 3rd and long. That's Harris on the right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
He was taken down.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Herbert. This is hauled in by Harris. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The give to the fullback. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I call that a table set. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
They'll go to the option on 2nd down. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. And this one won't be caught. But we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. They'll run here, following the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. To the air this time. Herbert to the right and pulled in by McCulkey. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's a gain of 8. And the Chargers...
Shotgun give to Hampton. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 1 yard.
Herbert from the gun.
2nd and 9.
Looking for... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Man, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that being stopped short of the sticks.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And that grows their lead to 12.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. It's a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Starting from the 5. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. The Saints come marching onto the field. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
They're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Saints.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That throw behind his intended target. Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. Sends this to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Hampton gets it from the pistol. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining in this game. Markers are reset. Here we go. With the 44. Running it with Hampton. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout.
At the 44-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, it's Hampton. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. The 3rd down give to Hampton. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers leading by 5. Sign quarterback run here. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hampton now up the middle. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and 2.
Trying to get it on the keeper. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.